Hey, miscreants. How we doing tonight?
Party people, how you feeling?
Welcome to the intersection of food and football. I love this show because those are a few of my favorite things. So tonight I want to hear what you had for dinner. That's how this whole thing gets started off. So please, in the comment section, start off by telling me, guys, what'd you have for dinner? And let's get this whole thing kicked off. It's going to be a lot of fun. I always start this show with a special little segment called Food for Thought. All right, my food for thought for this is the NFC South. Since this is what's cooking in the South, the NFC South, New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers. Falcons, definitely not a very strong team this year, or nothing to expect a lot from in their first year under this system. A whole lot of changes going on there. The New Orleans Saints. You really think Taysom Hill or Jameis is going to be the answer for them in the long run? You think they're going to make a run at Tom Brady? Think about that. Let me restate that. Do you think Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston can make a run at Tom Brady? And Carolina. Well, okay, this year's quarterback is Sam Darnold. Guys, this is the Bucs division to win. It's theirs to lose. This is what this to me is easy of a situation to look at and make a call and say, I think we're good for that. Now we're good for the division. But I want to raise one thought about one of those teams, and that's the New Orleans Saints. Do I think Taysom Hill is good enough to make a run at Tom Brady? No. Do I think Jameis Winston is good enough to make a run at Tom Brady? No. But what people sometimes don't take into account is these are entire teams. And the Saints have taken a hit, but doggone it, Sean Payton, I can't stand the dude, but he can coach. And don't count them out until they're out. Once they're out, it's all good. It's all gravy. It's all gravy, and that's a good thing for this show. All right? All I'm saying is this. If the Buccaneers team, if the players go in with the attitude of, yeah, we got this, it's going to be a rough year. They better still be hungry. And they seem like they are, and that's the exciting part. The ownership to me and the organization to me is still hungry. The organization isn't just sitting there and saying, hey, we got this great team. Look, we brought them all back. Now they went and got Giovanni Bernard. They got better. And let's see where that leads us. I'm pretty excited about that. So that's tonight's food for thought. I want to hear what you guys think about what the Bucs have planned, everything happening. I am excited about all of this. So we have a very special guest that I'm going to bring on here for about 15 minutes or so. We are very lucky to have this guy. He's been on a different show that I do called Live from the Cheap Seats. This guy, gold. He's a lot of fun to have around. He's a lot of fun to have on the show. I really love having him on the show. No, I'm kidding. His name is Johnny B. Hold on, let's bring Johnny in. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, man, I started on the cheap seats, and now I'm moving on. now here I am on Saturday, and
Yep.
a food show. I thought
That's right.
I thought I would be on that first. Food for thought. Let's bring the fatty in. No, I'm excited. What's up there, Ricky? How are you,
Hey,
bud?
I'm doing great, man. I am doing great, doing awesome. What'd you have for dinner? That's how you start this show. What'd you have for dinner?
Well, being in Florida and being in the South, I had a pub sub, and I took a couple bites, and it's in the other room. I didn't really feel. I was more hungry with my eyes than I was my belly. I sat and I took a couple bites, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till later, And now here I am. So it's sitting in there. I'm just.
I hear about this hungry from the eyes and belly thing, but I've never had that experience. If I can always manage.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Not normally a problem either.
Yeah,
but
never been an issue, but public subs are awesome. I've said I think it's a massive idea for Publix if they had in their parking lots something the size of just like a Checkers, something small, and just sold fried chicken, where you could just drive through on the way home from work and pick up your fried chicken from Publix. I mean, Popeyes and everybody else would be struggling hard if Publix did that because their chicken is unbelievable.
Yeah, if you don't eat Publix fried chicken, it's for one reason: you're lazy and you don't want to get out and walk into the store. But yeah, you're right. I mean,
That's me.
Some people.
That's me.
I feel you. So, not a bad idea to have a Publix drive-through. It can even be standalone. It doesn't even have to be near the grocery store at all. Or even better, they're testing all these dumb little driverless little cars that Domino's is doing in Houston, and since. Really, they're trying to figure out how to not pay humans anymore, right? So, I see that. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I felt like I was fading out for a
No,
second.
it's all good.
Probably because I need to eat my pub. So, but yeah, everybody's like, "Oh man, how cool is this Domino's, man? Like, you don't even have to have a driver anymore." And I'm like, "It's not cool if you're, an 18
driver,
trying to make money as a driver." But yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw a video of the car, and it's hilarious how there's like a little hatch that opens and the pizza is right there for you. It like comes out for you and all this, and I'm like,
it's smaller than a golf cart.
Yeah,
and they give you a code, and it pulls up to the house, and you type in like a 4-digit code, and it opens up. Yeah. Now, think about all the fat hackers that are going to be trying to figure out 4-digit codes, right? Like, you can intercept this thing on the way. So what you do
at a stoplight.
Oh yeah, you see this thing coming through the neighborhood, you shoot the tire out, right? And, now this thing's calling back to headquarters, like, help me, we're under distress, And then you go in and you start, trying to hack the 4-digit code, and if you could figure it out, now you got a couple of pepperoni pizzas, and it's not even that big of a crime because it's $14 worth of food. I mean, that's not even a misdemeanor.
And how much trouble can you really get in? You're putting no one in any danger.
You didn't rob a real human, you robbed a lunchbox. Yeah,
right. It's like it would be like basically breaking into a vending machine. Yeah. It's a mobile vending machine. That's what it is, a mobile pizza vending machine. But yeah, that's funny. That's pretty funny. So this is my question for you, and I don't know if you heard how I started this whole thing off on what's cooking in the South. I talked about on Food for Thought the NFC South. Are the Saints? Everybody's just counting them out. And, I mean, I still feel like that was a really good team that had a better record than the Bucs last year.
Yeah.
Is it too easy to just dismiss them because of the Super Bowl and because of what happened in the postseason? I mean, are people jumping ahead?
Yeah, I think so. I think that they're going to be as good, if not actually better, without Drew Brees. I think if we played a playoff game against a different quarterback, it might be tougher on us. I mean, Drew Brees, he didn't look that great in that playoff game, and he's long in the tooth, and we prepared for him, and the less you know about your opponent, the harder it is to prep for him. So yeah, we know Taysom Hill's just he's kind of a one-trick pony. He could run around, and that worked out for Tebow for like 6 months too. So I'm not worried about him, and I'm not worried about Jameis. I'm worried about them drafting somebody or maybe making a trade before the season starts and bringing in a better quarterback. But the real problem is that defense and the coaching staff. I mean, they're always going to be good as long as Sean Payton is there, as long as they have that defense intact. So are they better than us? Hell no. But are they pushovers? No. So
Right.
But they're the only ones that we have to worry about. Atlanta's not doing anything. Carolina's not doing anything. But,
Right.
So, I wouldn't take them lightly, but I'm not scared either.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Stop
Yeah.
that. What are you doing with this reasonable stuff? Bringing that into this, I mean, that you're not allowed to do that on the internet. Be reasonable.
You got me all sappy with all the food pictures on the.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this is amazing. It's like I fell down in an Aldi and woke up.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at all. This is amazing.
Well, welcome. Yeah, this is when you go to get your pub sub. This is what you're staring at the whole time. But I'm a big believer, and I mean, I don't think Taysom Hill is a quarterback that I don't think he's the starter all year. I think you're going to see Jameis. I think you might see a two-headed monster there.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see Jameis a lot, and I don't like Sean Payton. Okay, I think Sean Payton is. I think to his core, he's that kid in school that you always wanted to punch in the face.
Oh yeah,
that's
giant douchebag. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how I see him. And when I look at this guy, I just know he's sitting there going, "How can I do like the trick play with Jameis in the playoffs? Mm-hmm. How can I embarrass?" Mm-hmm. That's what I get from him, and nothing would make me happier than a pick six. You don't understand. It's going to be like porn for me. If there's a pick six and the Bucs run something back against against Jameis, it's going to be like porn to me.
Well, I mean, get your tissues ready, because I don't know if you've paid attention the last few years, but Jameis loves to throw touchdowns to the other team. That's kind of thing, He's a very giving man. So. And nobody knows Jameis Winston better than the Bucs. So I think that right now Todd Bowles would love nothing more than for them to march Jameis out there and let him be the full-time starter. So Jameis was a good guy when he was here. It's hard not to like him as a person. He does a lot in the community. He's and all that. I mean, a little nauseating with all the rah eating the W's and all that. It's embarrassing, but. At the end of the day, he's a gunslinger to a fault. I mean, to a real fault. And he likes to throw the ball at the wrong times. I mean, if you look back, if you want to get into the real numbers, a lot of his interceptions were in our own territory. Like, it was like, why would you get the ball? Why would you throw a risky pass when you're at your own 20-yard line? Mm-hmm. And then when you look at when Tom Brady throws an interception, it's usually more or less a punt. He gives him. Did you pick the ball off at your own 12-yard line? Well, enjoy the 18 yard,
Yeah.
So
it was 3rd and 17, and now you're buried deep. Nice punt, Tom. Yeah.
But on the surface, you see people like, "Oh, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions." Did we win the game? Yeah. I think we won the game. Yeah, that's right. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
No, so
that's probably what makes him the literally the greatest of all time, is the fact that even when he throws interceptions, he knows how to throw interceptions. I mean, it's kind of funny. And this is what's ridiculous is, okay, I always respected Brady prior to this year, but I didn't love Brady. No. I didn't get it. I didn't entirely understand his impact on an organization like I do now. And holy crap, man, this guy, I mean, you talk about the real deal. This guy is the real deal. I mean, what he did is, I mean, it's crazy how Tom Brady improved the defense. His
everything.
Impact. Yeah,
he improved everything. From when you talk to people inside the organization, they're like, everybody, even the nutritionalists that cook the food and prepare the menus, they're better at what they do because of one guy. It's insane. Like, and I know we're beating a dead horse here. Like, everybody's been saying this, but you can't say it enough. You have to keep reiterating how crazy of an impact, and there's nobody else that's ever played football in the NFL that's ever had that kind of impact. I don't care who you bring up. Nobody's ever walked into a facility and flipped the culture a 180 the way he did. It's insane. And I knew he would help, But I didn't think he would do that. Like, nobody did. Nobody thought he was going to do that.
That's exactly how I feel. I had no idea that he could flip a culture like that.
Yeah, it's silly. And it's like, people work harder for him. I mean, he made Donovan Smith look like Anthony Munoz. We talk about this. It's like, there was that weird point in the middle of the season where Donovan Smith had the COVID scare, or he had a close contact and he took a week off. And I really feel like Brady either went over to the house or he called him up and he's like, look, man, we're about to make this run. Okay.
Yep.
Let's cut the crap. All right. I need 100% for the rest of this season. And Donovan's like, all right. Okay. I like to take plays off. What do you want? And he's like, no more. No more, Donovan. No more plays off. All right. Let's just get this. Let's get the trophy and we'll have a boat parade and everything will be crazy. And Donovan's like, fine. And then he just went out there and shut people down after that. It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can get Donovan Smith to play well, I mean, that in and of itself is amazing. And we have a lot of talk on these shows about the Buccaneer Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. And everybody talking about the Ring of Honor. Does this guy go? Does that guy go? And don't get me started about Gerald McCoy and my thoughts on Gerald McCoy.
Uh-huh.
But it's, to me, I mean, I have to laugh 1 year, and I would put Brady in the Ring of Honor
right now. Like before the season starts. By the way, you're up there.
we're gonna do that this year.
Bruce Arians. You and Bruce Arians are on the Ring of Honor. Enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous what the guy did to the culture, and to see how his genuine appreciation for the other guys on the team and wanting the other guys to experience it and be happy and all that. Mm-hmm. And that to me is the thing that I walked out of this year looking at Brady and going, wow, okay, that's a dude right there. That guy's that's a total complete, as not to sound like a 1930s. Well, there's a man right there. That is. And
you look at like just everything. Like, okay, so he's never made a lot of money. He's never cared that he made a lot of money in New England, and of course now he restructured here. He cares about winning football and everything else around it that makes that happen. And when you see him say stuff to Michael Strahan a couple of weeks ago, where he said, "I have this need to throw a freaking spiral." I mean, this guy's going to be 44 years old, and he just wants to play football and win. That's all he wants to do. And whatever makes that happen, that's why he changed his life around. You look at his pictures from his combine, he's like a little fat guy. And I looked at him, I go, he used to look like that pudgy nobody. And now he's just like chiseled. He's just eating avocados, and it's just like I don't know if I'm passionate about anything like that much. Like, I'm a comedian. If somebody said, "Hey, you'll have a Netflix special, but you have to eat avocado ice cream," I'm like, you know what? YouTube's not a bad outlet. You know what I mean? Fine. I don't know if I could do that, but it's just everything about him, man. He just, he's nobody's more dedicated. I've never seen anything like it. And to be selfless and to be that famous, he could be a real jerk. He really could. Think about these prima donnas, these wide receivers that go out there and what do they want? That payday. They always say, I need to get that payday. Even Shaquille Barrett.
Well, Tyreek Hill is a great example. Tyreek Hill, what just happened in Kansas City, and they're losing players left and right on the Chiefs because Tyreek Hill said, "Hey, I'm not renegotiating anything. If I sign the contract, it's signed. That's it."
Mm-hmm. He's a scumbag. I hate him.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that with a buddy of mine today. We were talking about the Super Bowl, and I said, I think my favorite moment is everybody's favorite moment. And as the Winfield Jr. peace sign to Tyreek Hill, it couldn't have been, you couldn't have scripted that Super Bowl any better for that jerk to do a backflip into our end zone just a few weeks before that. Yep. And I mean, you really can't write a movie script better than this.
And the way he did it, the way Winfield did it, just the look on his face and the way they captured it on camera, and everything was so perfect. I mean, it looked like a movie where he took the time, he smiled, he made sure he made eye contact, and then
if that happened in a movie, I'd be like, not realistic. Because he waited for this downtrodden scumbag child abuser to get up off the ground, and he goes, "Hey, homie, And he turned around and he's like, bing bong, like right in his face. And then he, what was it? I think it was Romo. It was like, well, that's a little. Shut up, Tony.
It was not a little uncalled for. It was very called for. It couldn't be more called for.
100%. You couldn't do it to a better guy in a better situation that just did it to us a few weeks ago. Like, it was. I get all giddy. I can't.
I know. I love that moment. I love that. That's my takeaway. That's my takeaway moment from that Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hanging out with the Bucs invasion crew, and just at that point, like we'd already won at that point. We were all hugging, having a good time. And then when he did that, I was like, there will never be a better Super Bowl than this ever. I don't even know how you can ever top that.
I know. When you think about the Derek Brooks moment in the first Super Bowl, that moment from this Super Bowl is Antoine Winfield flashing that peace sign. I mean, and that should be better marketed, because that's gold. That is marketing gold. Why is Antoine Winfield not selling T-shirts? I mean,
and you can never take that moment away. Like,
no,
it doesn't matter what Tyreek Hill does in his career from this point on. He could go on to win 5 Super Bowls, be the MVP. But you'll never, ever be able to live that down, that you got smoked by a rookie and he bing-bonged you right in your face.
It is posterized in such a huge way. I mean, you're like, you might as well be looking up drooling while the guy's slamming. I mean, it's just, oof. That was nasty.
You're Antoine's bitch forever.
Yeah, and I hope when he went to the sidelines, the coaches didn't walk over and yell at him. The coaches went over and said, "Nice."
And I like what Winfield Jr. did too. He took I guess he donated the same amount of money as the fine to his foundation, or to a foundation locally. I'm brain farting it, but that was a class move, and that's what you expect from a team, a Bruce Arians team. That's exactly what you would expect. So awesome. That's pretty awesome. Awesome. Johnny, thank you very much. Let's see. Let me put it to you this way, and I'll throw it to you. You have anything you want to? You got anything you want to talk about coming up for? To anybody? What you're going to be? There's all kinds of stuff going on. I have comedy shows coming up all next weekend. I am next weekend is going to be exciting. All next weekend, I'm in St. Pete. I'm at Friday night. I'm at the Hideaway Cafe. I got ticket links up right now. If anybody wants to get, it's a small venue, but it's going to be killer. I'm actually opening for the Flynn brothers, Jackie and Kevin. Jackie Flynn has been on a ton of movies, like Farrelly Brothers movies, Me, Myself, and Irene. You'll know his face as soon as you see him when you go to the show. But yeah, they said they wanted the best Tampa comic to open for him. So I guess everybody else was busy, so they got a hold of me. And so I'll be doing that. And then Saturday night, I'll be at the Estate in downtown St. Pete. It's a really nice event, kind of almost like a ritzy kind of club scene, but we're doing a comedy show there for the first time. And Octane Media is putting this whole thing together. They're a really cool media company in St. Pete. And then Sunday, I'm at the Vortex judging a roast battle in St. Pete. So it's my
that's fun.
It's my roast league. Myself and comedian Kyle Roos, another local maniac.
Did you say roast league?
So we have created it's called the Tampa Bay Roast League, and it's basically like our Friars Club. But these are heads up roast battles between comedians. We're going to be doing once a month, and it's 8 different battles are happening Sunday night, and these are brutally offensive, as lowbrow as you can imagine, politically incorrect roast battles. So don't be somebody that's offended easily if you go see one of these things. These are comedians, and they are coming after each other. So it's a lot of fun, and there'll be trophies for the winners and all that. So yeah, we put together a roast league. So it's a good way for comics to kind of go in and have some good camaraderie and attack each other. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And you're on What's Cooking in the South. So if you're bringing up Roast League and Friars Club,
Yummy.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, and you know what, Rick? I think I'm going to be doing some Bucs stuff here soon too. I think I might be, maybe streaming something on a local Bucs website here soon.
What I hear.
Yeah. So there's a teaser. Let's just say it's going to be happening before the draft.
Everybody. Better be paying attention to that.
Maybe I was brainstorming names for this show with another guy that hosts a couple of different shows on the same Bucs website.
Who could that be?
maybe a guy that looks exactly like you. I don't know.
Just
so,
about.
yeah. So, I mean, that is coming up. So there's your official tease. So I am joining bucksreport.com and I'm pretty excited about it. So, yeah.
We are excited to have you as part of the family. I am very excited to have you as part of the family because I think it's everything feels like really well rounded out now. It's going to be a lot of fun and
Nice fat joke. I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
You just threw that one right in there. Nice and rounded out. You big giant fat idiot. Yeah, that's nice. So, but
on
be
that note,
prepared.
now that you're no longer speaking to me, thanks a lot for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. I mean, when you come on my show, it's finally funny. So thanks.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I was actually watching a movie with the better half, and Keith was like, "Hey, you want to get on with Rick?" And I looked at her and I go, "Pause that. Pause it.
Gotta go.
We are done for 20 minutes or so." It's always a blast. I love you guys, and I love the viewers and the readers of Bucs Report.
Yep.
And I'm super excited to be part of it. And
all the miscreants love you. That's the listeners to my shows. The guys in there, they're the miscreants, and they all love you. And I appreciate it, man.
Well, we got a lot more fun to come, and this is going to be the best season ever. We have a Super Bowl champion team, and now we have a championship caliber staff with me coming into the. Okay, that was.
Hey, here comes the quarter. Here comes our Tom Brady. All right, no pressure. No pressure.
No, God, don't do that to Tommy. Don't never say that about my Tom. We'll have a fantastic rest of the show, and the rest of your Saturday, and the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys soon.
Yep, enjoy the movie.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
See ya. All right, excellent. So speaking of miscreants, we've had somebody patiently waiting here. Let's bring him in. Hello. Matt from Oklahoma City. The miscreants, it's time. By the way, all of you miscreants making comments. I am following. I am watching. Thank you guys. Teresa, how you doing? Johnny Dean, Christopher Cole, Mike DeRoche. The gang's all out. And I expect you guys will be coming on here shortly. And just to make sure of that, I'm going to throw this link back in chat so you guys have no excuses. So come on, man. Let's go. I expect to see you guys popping on here any moment. Let's see. I don't know why it didn't go into chat, did it? Yeah, there it did. All right. I expect I'm gonna see that. So anyway, all right, guys. Matt, what'd you have for dinner?
So far, a Milky Way bar. You believe that?
What are you going to have for dinner?
I'm looking at. I got a rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to make chicken and yellow rice. But I got to pick it all apart. So
that's pretty awesome. Yeah,
it's good. It reminds me of home, man. That La Teresita.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to come back to Tampa at some point this year.
I would love to. If they give out one more stimulus check, I might stimulate a little bit.
La Teresita's calling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that might be good.
Yeah, La Teresita's. It definitely is calling.
There used to be a restaurant in Ybor City called the Cajun Cafe. I don't know if it's still there or not, but they make some of the best crab cakes in the world, and it is worth flying from San Francisco all the way to Tampa just to have one.
Wow, nice. I'm going to be in Tampa in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna have to make sure I look that up.
It's not on 7th Street, but it's in that block behind it.
Okay, all right, excellent.
Yeah,
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's
I
bring
went
in
one night and some lady who sang with Etta James.
Oh yeah.
Was in there in the bar.
Oh, that's cool.
An old woman having a martini, and all of a sudden the bartender just, they got a piano bar kind of thing going from there. Says, we have somebody in our presence that we've never experienced before here at Cajun Cafe, and she wants to do a little number for you. And she put on a 4 or 5 song little show right off the top of her head.
Oh wow.
It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's bring the only person who manages to have a smaller head on camera than Jacob Charnow. Johnny Dean. He's un-American because he doesn't like pizza. So how you doing, Professor Johnny Dean? What did you have for dinner? How about you unmute yourself?
Oh.
There we go.
I had meatloaf, spinach,
Oh, good.
Mixed
That's
vegetables and stuff.
Oh,
What did you have for dinner, Rick?
I had a Nutrisystem pizza, which means very little pizza, but I had pizza. And I had a bunch of vegetables, and I had so I had a chocolate, vanilla, and cinnamon shake. And it's a weird combo, but I'm a cinnamon freak. I am a cinnamon freak.
It wasn't in there to start with. You put it in second.
Yes, I did add the cinnamon. I did add the cinnamon, but to me, I don't know what it is about cinnamon, but it's like it's like bacon to me almost. It's candy to me.
Cinnamon is good for your heart.
Great. You know what? I'll
So Rick's got a great heart. He's eating garlic on his pizza and cinnamon in his shakes.
Yeah, I'll be gold when it comes to that. Mike De Roche, what'd you have for dinner?
Empanadas.
Empanadas. Okay. What kind of empanadas?
The beef ones.
Okay. Excellent. Were they homemade or did you go get them somewhere?
Oh no, they're homemade from our friends down the street.
Nice. Very nice.
Those? I'm gonna go with I've never heard of that before.
You've never heard of an empanada?
Oh my God,
No.
man.
Come on, man.
You've never heard of an empanada?
Well, it shouldn't be as shocking as brisket, but no.
Well, it's not as shocking as brisket, but it's still pretty shocking.
Well, there's
Maybe I have and I just didn't know it. But
Yeah. Okay.
There's a
It doesn't ring
beef
a bell.
empanada and there's a cheese empanada.
Well, look at it this way. It's Mexican food, so you already know what's in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I probably have had it then.
Right. I mean, it's a different form of burrito, correct?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Kind of right, but I mean,
Well, aren't they all? You're either rolling it up or folding it in half.
well, that's my point. That's what I mean. It's the same kind of stuff in general, but
You can put
they're
anything
good
in a
though.
burrito,
Hey,
man.
you guys,
Great.
one second,
Yeah.
guys. I'm right back.
Uh-oh. He's
Oh,
gonna get the food.
where did he just go?
Bye,
What just
Mike.
happened? What?
I think
Well, that was great TV.
I think he's going to step up his hat game tonight because of Johnny B earlier.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was going to say something about that too. That was a pretty cool hat. Yeah. So Johnny B just said it. He just broke the news. He's coming to Bucs Report. I've been holding that back, and I'm excited about that. This is
What night is
a
he
good
gonna be
guy.
on?
Don't know yet,
Don't
or it's
know.
not for me to tell. Yeah, it'll be coming out, and you will hear. But it's gonna be a good show. I promise you. All I'll say is this: I promise you, I will stay up for it.
Well,
So,
he's entertaining, that guy.
yeah, he's a good dude too. I mean, talking to him off camera. It's one thing when people are good. Hey, oh, there you go.
That's
Okay.
an empanada.
There you
So
go.
it's
That's
a flour
perfect.
tortilla with put on butter or something.
It's like a hot
Try
pocket.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of hot pocket. Yeah.
No, it is better than a hot pocket. It's like a hot pocket.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very good. But yeah, I mean I'm when you meet guys that are like this, I don't know if you guys know about this, but Johnny B is on the top rated radio station, not just in Tampa. I believe it's in South Florida or in Florida. It's 102 The Bone in Tampa, and he's got the prime time show at night, and he's genuinely a good dude off the air. And I spent some time going back and forth with him today, talking to him today, and I mean, he's just a genuinely good guy. So I'm excited to have him around. I really, really am. But I don't know.
That'll be cool. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. But hey to Misador. Misador is talking about cinnamon, saying, yeah, it's a good metabolic booster. And I'm just, I don't care. It tastes good. I mean, let me tell you something. Bacon gets my blood flowing in a whole different way too.
Oh.
So, I mean, those are two things that, but you know what's funny is I don't want them together. I hate it when people screw with bacon. It's the only thing I can say. Like, I mean, for a while, Burger King had a chocolate shake or a chocolate dessert that had bacon in it.
Oh,
And I'm like,
that's
no.
sacrilege.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, man, no. And I get the whole sweet and salty thing. I understand the whole sweet and salty thing. I get that. I understand the thinking behind it. But it's just bacon is perfect. And like I know so many people who drool over this what do they call it? Like millionaires bacon or billionaires bacon or whatever. It's this like maple. Sorry, Matt. I mean, Mike. I'm not trying to get on anything,
I don't know, whatever.
Canadian, but maple bacon. I mean, where they coat it in this candy, like candied bacon.
Yeah,
and
that's the new thing.
Yeah, and to me, I don't know, man. It's just you're
Leave
messing.
well enough alone.
Right, you're messing with
Are-
perfection.
Are you a fan of turkey bacon?
Um,
I'm okay with it. But I like
meh.
pork.
Yeah, the only way I know how to do is go meh.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I don't consider it to be bacon. It's just a different form of meat.
I want pork.
Yeah, I don't like calling it bacon. Call it something different, and then it's fine. Turkey sausage, by the way, is really good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, turkey sausage they did a very good job with. So I don't know,
They
and I always
used to
laugh.
sell- They
Well,
used to
I was-
sell a byproduct of bacon that was fat free. That I don't think they have it around, or I haven't seen it around.
Fat free? That's bizarre.
Yeah, it was processed bacon. It looked like bacon, smelled like bacon, but it wasn't bacon.
No, I'm
When you cook it up,
I'm
it
actually a
makes it
little
free.
bit disturbed by that. I mean, that fat free bacon. That,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I'm-
lean something or other. I can't remember, but it was a big deal in the 80s.
I don't know. Makes me think of bacon strips that dogs eat.
Fat free.
Right?
But I don't know. Guys, I don't know if you heard in my opening food for thought about the NFC South.
Yes.
I mean, my thought process when I think about the Falcons had, Moses leading an exodus from the Falcons' defensive secondary. They're all gone. The whole defensive secondary is gone, right? I mean, the Falcons are going through a massive period of change, so you're going to have a year or two without the Falcons to worry about. The Panthers, it's going to take at least a year. If Sam Darnold is good, and I haven't written him off yet, by the way. If Sam Darnold is good, it's going to take a year for them to really be the team that to come up and start trying to challenge.
Sam
Okay.
Darnold went to the wrong division to quit hearing ghosts.
Well, yeah.
These defenses here, I include the Saints, man. These defenses are he's not seen anything like that.
Well, no. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, well, I don't know. He went up against some pretty good Patriots defenses, so I don't know. I don't know. But to know that, like, New Orleans, it's no longer the Breeze era, but like Johnny B mentioned, I'm not sure that makes them worse. I'm not sure if maybe they didn't get better by moving on from him.
I'm going to be honest, and I don't like to do this because
I'm going to be honest, and I don't like being honest.
I don't, not in this case, not about Winston. If Winston does bring something to the table, there's no way that.
I agree. Listen, I'm glad Winston is gone, but by the same token, it's also a little scary if you're honest. And
thank you.
yeah, and I mean, I know.
Rick, you can't teach a guy to do decisions.
I agree.
Can't
No, but you can put him in situations where you don't have to make those kind of decisions.
Right. And that's the thing is Sean Payton, I think, is going to. I believe that Sean Payton. I mean, look, Winston was in a more aggressive attacking offense. Now Winston is not in that type of offense. That's going to help him. So I don't know. I mean, it's. Look, I'm not scared, but I'm also not stupid. That guy threw for.
About the Sean Payton thing, the guy you want to punch in the mouth. I mean,
you do,
and he
don't
does
you?
always manage to make something happen. I mean,
Yeah.
that is kind of scary. But I don't think they're going to be Drew Brees good. So,
Right. Well, I don't either. I don't either. And I think that the division is the Bucs, but I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here. I'm not playing fanboy. I'm trying to be realistic when I say, all right, let's look at this team. All right, let's look when I see what I see with the Saints, I still see a darn good team. Okay? Maybe not as good as last year, but no pushover. No pushover. And if you stop and ask yourself, what is the Saints record without Drew Brees? you're going to have to give them respect.
Yeah, they went 5-0 without him, didn't they? With Bridgewater.
With Bridgewater 6-0, but then this year I think they went 5-1 or something like that
5-1
without Breeze.
With that
Yeah.
tight end.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. Yeah, let's bring Harry the Greek in here. Harry, what'd you have for dinner, my friend?
Oh my God! You knew you were going to ask me a hard question like this.
You're in the kitchen. Harry.
Everybody acts so shocked when you come on What's Cooking in the South. Like, what? Oh, I didn't know you were going to ask me this.
Oh my
I ask
God.
everybody this.
I'm kidding you. It wasn't anything Greek, okay?
Holy crap!
Shocker.
Really?
That's why he forgot
Not
it.
even olive oil?
Yeah.
Come on. Now.
Well, there could have been some olive oil, okay? But I can assure you of one thing: it wasn't an empanada either, Mr.
What?
Matt Colson.
What was it? What'd you have?
I went over to Brooklyn Pizza Company over here in Seminole.
Okay.
The food's extraordinary. I had a grilled chicken sandwich, no bun.
Uh-huh.
I also had some really thick cut French fries with a barbecue aioli, and it had bacon on top of it, Rick. Really good bacon.
Smells really good.
And melted mozzarella cheese.
Nice.
And for an appetizer, I had some really nice. What do they call that? That bread, and they put the tomato bruschetta. That's what it is. Bruschetta.
This is
Wow.
delicious.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to dinner with you.
Bro, I told you.
He came on here having to think about what he had, and
Yeah.
then he had that list.
I think you made it up.
No. I swear to God, I have verification. The wife was with me. But I'm telling you what, Rick, when you come down, we're going to go to this place. It's Brooklyn Pizza Company here in Seminole. The food is extraordinary. I mean, they
Nice.
really, really have good food.
All right, excellent.
Hi, guys.
Harry, am I
How are
crazy about New Orleans?
One more time, Rick. I'm sorry.
Am I crazy about New Orleans and just saying, look, I'm not just going to offhandedly discount them as though they're done?
You know what, Rick? I see where you're coming from on that, but after really breaking everything down, my opinion may be just a smidge different. Let me get my camera down here a little bit so I don't look so far
You mean
away.
like Johnny Dean?
Yes. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to get to that point in a second. Johnny, you really need to lose the avatar, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Come on camera, my friend.
Seriously, man, you need to lose the avatar. I mean, you're awesome, brother. You are awesome.
He's not talking. He's not talking. That I think that's called the silent treatment.
Anyway,
At least that's what my old girlfriend told me.
about New Orleans. I'm going to go the other way, Rick, this year. I think they're going to regress really bad, and I'm going to tell you why. That's been Drew. I understand that when Drew Brees wasn't playing, they still won 5 ball games. But Drew Brees is not going to be on the sideline. Okay. Jameis Winston and who's the white kid, the one that can run?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
The
Taysom
white
Hill.
kids.
Well, yeah. the white straight kid, okay? Mr. Glasgow would appreciate
That's right.
But, if they're going to run an experiment there, I don't see this team going over 500. The team that's going to finish second in this division, in my opinion,
Carolina.
is Carolina.
Yeah.
I
It's
think you're
gonna be
jumping
Carolina.
way far ahead.
No, and
to
it's not because of Sam Darnold. It really isn't. It's not.
No,
because of Sam
I
Darnold.
understand. I'm just saying I think we're jumping way ahead because they have not shown anything other than they're okay. I mean they look like an 8-9, 9-8 kind of team to me.
Yeah, their defense is going to improve this year versus last year.
Right.
The offense is only going to get better, and I thought their offense was just fine.
Carolina still has a gaping hole at linebacker, and if they draft a rookie linebacker this year, it's not going to help them.
No, I know, man. I agree with you there. But I'll tell you, the other surprise team in the South could be the Atlanta Falcons. Now, they're not shy about putting points up on the board. They're not shy about putting points up on the
There's
board.
nobody. They literally have no defense.
I know that.
The secondary left. This is a team in transition. Yeah, there's no way.
That's why there's so much talk about Matt being replaced this year, because right now is the perfect time because they are in full rebuilding mode.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan doesn't need to be in full. He doesn't need to be in that position.
But, Johnny, they still score a lot of points, man. They can score with anybody. But that defense, man, you and I could line up under center and bring them down against that defense. I agree with you 100%. But I wouldn't.
I think they're looking at a top 3 or 4 pick next year.
Well, you very well could be correct there. I think Carolina finished the second in division, and honestly, I maybe it's me wishing more than anything that New Orleans finishes in last. But hey, if we all get to do it and bring that bad juju over the New Orleans people, with the witchcraft, and you give them that one guy that trolls us all the time. What's his name?
Brian.
Yeah,
Brian.
You sprinkle a little Brian on top of them. They're guaranteed to finish last, guy. They're guaranteed to finish last.
I'm perfectly fine with whatever bad juju we can throw Brian's way when it comes to this year.
Where has Brian been?
Brian finally maybe found something to do.
Who cares?
He found something to do.
But Mike, he was
Mike,
like,
get back on camera, brother.
Yeah, he was your buddy, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
I want to see the empanada.
He showed it.
No, I didn't see it.
It's about half done.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
That's what's left of the empanada.
Okay. You can go back to the avatar.
I was in
Now that I see you, never mind.
I'm telling you what, Mike DeRoche has the best avatar. That is so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Which one? He's got like 50 of them.
No, this one right here, the one he's showing right now with this, that's beautiful.
Bedhead.
It's absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, it's not just beautiful, it's freaking amazing. And there's something I want to do. There's something I want to do here.
Uh-oh.
For Mike DeRoche.
Oh, no.
Mike, you're getting nervous. Mike, are you at least paying attention?
I'm with you.
Okay. Because of that avatar, are you willing to commit to coming on screen with your hair like that one day?
It's for the team. I'll do it.
Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you
because
what.
let me tell you something then. Let me tell you something. Have you ever heard of a website, foco.com?
I beg your pardon?
Have you ever heard of a website, foco.com, foco.com? They sell all kinds of like football gear, like Bucs gear and fan gear and all this. Well, because you're going to come on camera, when you do come on camera, you get a free shirt.
I was going to do something better, Rick.
Okay. Okay, Harry, you're part of you're already part of Bucs Report, dude.
I wanted to do something better because there was a little more of a hook in there.
Oh, hold on. This is. But the only problem, Mike, it's gonna have to be for your wife because it's a large.
Oh, thanks, Rick.
Sorry, that's all that's what they sent us. So, we'll have to, we'll have to pass on because none of us in this group can do
There
that.
you go, Mr. Johnny Dean.
There we go. Wow.
Black Widow.
There we go.
That's the loveliest thing I've ever heard.
Wow. That is Johnny, how do you feel in a wig?
That feels really powerful.
It's so natural.
Yeah.
Now,
I
Johnny.
think I saw him on Kennedy Boulevard once.
Wait a minute.
That was my twin sister.
Is that Johnny or Jonay?
That's Joni. Okay, Joni Dean is up in the top right corner.
One ugly redhead.
That's right. Wow. You know what? Mike goes off camera and all we hear is
just about done, honey.
But after he's looking at Johnny's pictures. So.
Well, I have an announcement to make.
Don't get persuaded, boys.
I'm sorry, first off, that I have not been able to respond to anybody via Facebook on my social media platform.
He's got his own show. He's a big shot now.
No, I'm just. I got put in Facebook jail.
Oh,
did you overshare?
Yes, and I've only had Facebook for like 5 months, if that. And I didn't know there was such a thing. And I posted something that they didn't like. And the moment I posted it, within like 10 seconds,
boom,
it just said, "Hey,
you're done.
You're put in Facebook jail for 72 hours."
Yeah.
So
let
anybody,
me
let me out. And I wish I could show you guys what it was because I'll private message you guys. I thought it was hilarious, Rick. I mean,
I asked and he didn't tell me, but no, don't say it on the air if it's gonna.
No. It doesn't say anything. It's about matter of fact, it's about my Uncle Johnny. It was a picture of my Uncle Johnny on the beach, and in the back it was me playing.
Okay.
They put me in jail over a comment where I said to a girl who had posted something that men are pigs, and that was the response. and they said that I was being sexist, and they cut me off. I kid you not.
They cut you off because they didn't want you to be a man, or they cut you off because they didn't like what you said?
No, because he said men are pigs. He was being sexist against men.
I was being
posted-
sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm like,
Cut you off.
yeah, nice, cut you off.
Johnny, you need a shave, Johnny.
Yeah.
Joni needs a shave. They got lights for
Joni.
that.
Well, now wait a minute. Now you're getting personal. Now you're getting personal.
So do I have to finish the whole 72 hours out, or is there like a phone number or something?
No,
like that
there's nothing. You gotta do your time, brother. You did the crime. You gotta do the time.
Yeah, but I
Wait
can't
till you spam out our link.
Facebook doesn't have. Yeah, Facebook have a phone number. Can you imagine the number of people
I don't know.
that they
maybe
would
I'll
have
make
to have?
Maybe I make $100 donation to something. I don't know.
There's a
Do you
response.
realize the
It's a
massive
waste
staff?
of time.
Yeah, the massive staff that they would have, and I don't wait a minute, massive staff. No, do you realize the massive staff that they would have to have if they had a phone call? I mean, a phone number for people to call in. Do you realize
I don't know.
Facebook can afford it.
the entire world is on Facebook? The call center would basically be Idaho. I mean, it would just be insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They like the ability to do whatever they want with you having no recourse.
Yeah, that's like, all right,
They
you
have
were
all
stupid,
the
huh? They'll let you start another one. If you get booted off Facebook, you can just start a different one with a different email, and they don't care. But holy cow, man.
Trump.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's
Twitter
just
did the
insane.
same thing to the ex-president because they didn't like the ex-president, and he was 40% of their flow. That's just crazy. So,
No, but seriously, man, I've been put in Facebook jail, and
you're
I
gonna
feel
live there
stupid.
for 3 days.
Well, hold on, Harry. Harry,
I spent 6
hold
months
on.
in
Yeah, I was
Facebook
going to say,
jail
hold
last
on.
year.
Let's go around here. Matt, have you ever been in Facebook jail?
They gave me a week for that.
Just give me a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right, Johnny, have you ever been in Facebook jail?
Absolutely.
Mike, have you ever
Really?
been in Facebook jail?
Damn straight.
I've been in Facebook jail. Every one of us has been in Facebook jail.
Yes!
Brother, you're not. Yeah, this is
Your
not.
badge of honor here.
Yeah, man. In the comment box, in the comment section, everybody post whether or not you've been in Facebook jail. I want to hear. I want to see this.
I want someone to free Harry, though. That's what I want. I want someone to free me.
Free Harry.
Oh, I knew you were there. Come on.
Wow.
I was trying to free Johnny.
Free Harry. That sounds.
Free Willy.
Wow. That sounds scary. Free Harry. I mean, that's. Wow. Is that like Free Willy? I mean, it's.
Now that'll get you in trouble too.
What's that?
You can't say Free Willy.
Wow.
They're gonna ask you over that. That's
Yeah, I'll end up back in Facebook jail.
Yep.
I free Willie every time I go to the bathroom, man. What are you talking about?
Do
Da-dum.
that.
I'm not gonna show everybody what put me in Facebook jail, but I do have one that's kind of funny. I'd like to show everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to do this.
Oh, very easy. I just put it in front of my camera, and you could just read it. Just read the caption.
You can't read it.
Okay.
Harry.
Do you see the cute
Yeah.
girl with the little baby?
Yep.
I'm going to read the caption. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody see the girl?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice
And
thought.
there goes
says-
the show.
I swore never to be a stepfather, but that child's smile won my heart.
Yeah.
And again, here we go. Here's the picture.
She has nice
There's a
thought.
child?
There's a child.
Wait a minute. Teresa Baxter says she's never been in. I find that hard to believe because Teresa's as sarcastic as the rest of us.
Yeah. Teresa. No, Teresa's a sweetheart.
You know, I
She
got
is
another
a
one.
darling, but she talks like us.
Yeah, I am
But
surprised she
she
hasn't
could
been in
get put in jail
Facebook
for-
jail. Because, yeah, you get in Facebook jail for stuff that you're like, wait, what? I mean, if I could see her
Exactly.
saying men are pigs and ending up in jail, in Facebook jail. That just happens. I don't know.
I thought this one was funny, though. There was two women sitting in the back of 57 Cadillac. You know, the doors are open and everything. And the one girl says with the caption, it says, I understand how you get Bob from Robert and Bill from William. But how do you get Dick from Richard?
Oh.
The other girl says, well, just ask him nicely.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've got it. I don't understand this. This has always been weird to me. How, and Johnny, maybe you can answer this. How do you get Jack from Johnny?
I have no clue.
It's German.
Jack from Jonathan, is it?
It must be. It's
It
gotta
must be. He just threw that out there.
Yeah. Is it Jacques? Is that what it is? Yeah. Matt's just making crap up at this point. Matt's just like,
I'm just trying to help. Mooch.
it's Lithuanian. It's Lithuanian.
You listen to the accent of it
Now,
and
I
try to
could
figure
be-
out where that goes. And that sounds to me like it'd be
Jacques. It sounds like French to me, Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques
Hey.
could be it.
Now I could be from the South and say, "You Lithuanian? What religion is that, boy?"
Is that anything like Presbyterian?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right next door to Lithuanians.
Yeah.
I don't know now, boys.
So Harry just sent me. No, you sent me the same one, brother. I want the one you got in trouble for. Don't.
I'll send you that one.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Hey,
but
can I ask you a question?
yeah.
I was looking at Facebook while you had Johnny B on there.
Yep.
This post that I sent you in the messenger, the guy's talking about Edelman coming back, and he said 10,000% guarantee that Edelman's retired so that he can go on PEDs, work his knee out, get off of PEDs, and come back and be on the team in December. He'll be here in Tampa, guaranteed.
Dear God, never mention the name Julian Edelman on this frickin' show again. The man has a knee that doesn't work. Think of him as having one leg, okay? That's how you have to think of him. He couldn't go back to New England when he wanted to because one of his legs doesn't work. Stop talking about Julian Edelman. He's retired. He's done. He's gone. It's over. Give it up. Your grandma has a better chance of playing for the Buccaneers next year than Julian Edelman because at least both her hips and both her knees kind of work. Okay? So stop it. Do not talk about Julian Edelman again. Don't do it, Bucs fans. Let it go. Just because somebody gets cut in New England doesn't mean they have to come to Tampa. Do you understand that?
God,
Do you understand that?
This is better than
Golly,
Rick
man.
Hughes.
I am so over the Julian Edelman talk. He's got one freaking leg. Let it go. All right? Goodness. Man.
That
If it's
was
got
better.
One freaking leg. Why should we let it go? It isn't attached anymore.
Did you
It's
get
just
that?
terrible.
Put cartilage back. I
So
don't
now do you
how
see
that
it,
works.
Rick?
Yeah, that's not going to get by on Facebook, brother.
I didn't know that was bad.
Well, now you do. You gotta write
You
that one in your
didn't
little
know it was
book.
bad.
No, I thought it was funny. I didn't realize it.
Now, Matt.
Facebook classes
Matt.
every
Yes.
Tuesday and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Rick.
Matt,
I'm here.
you brought up what the hell are you doing?
I just brought it up because it was so extremely stupid. That the guy doesn't even understand what PEDs do. Nothing that you're going to get other than a shot of some kind of silicone treatment shot up in your knee is going to even put the bone off bone. And that's
No,
what I wrote
and
back.
that's not entirely true. HGH would help.
Well,
Yes.
it isn't going to do it in 6 months. So
No.
Why are you?
the point is, that's kind of crap. I've been reading all week, and I don't
People
understand
just
where it
see-
comes from.
People just see, okay, he's a Patriot. He's coming. Let's bring on Danny Amendola. Is Adam Vinatieri still around? Is he walking? I mean, well, actually, it doesn't matter if they're walking. Who cares if they have
I
legs?
think Adam retired last year.
It doesn't matter. Bring him back. Bring him back. I mean, like seriously, let's. Oh my God. Oh my God. Randy Moss want to play? I mean, it's just
He can play.
everybody is literally. It's like if they come out of New England, if they ever played in New England, if you associate them with New England, it's like, oh, they're coming to the Bucs. It's this whole we gotta get him mentality.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Freaking stop it.
I
God.
just wanted to set you off. I did exactly what my plan was, and I'm happy.
I kind of thought that you guys had rehearsed that one.
No.
I sent that to him while he was talking to Johnny B, and I know he probably didn't have a chance to read it yet.
No, I looked at it and I thought, oh my God. But I had other stuff to be thinking about.
It was shocking to me.
Okay,
And
okay,
I responded much more distinctly.
so which one gets you going worse?
Distinctly.
Hold on. Which one's heavier for you, Rick? Julian Edelman or Josh Rosen? They both start with a J.
Josh Rosen is irrelevant.
Okay, I'm just curious. Which one gets your gears grinded first?
No. It was the let's sit here and talk for 30 minutes about Josh Rosen, the fourth string quarterback who's literally on the practice squad. Let's do a show on him being the future. Well, guess what? Everybody who sat here and wanted to have a 30-minute show or a 30-minute segment on Josh Rosen being the quarterback of the future, guess what? He's not even on the team anymore. So, guess what? Guess what? Let's see. Who was right? Oh, yeah. I finally got one right. I got Leonard Fournette wrong, doggone it. I said he wasn't coming to the Bucs. Listen, I thought Leonard Fournette was not coming to the Bucs. I got this one right. Give me a moment, please.
Anyway,
man.
Gentlemen,
Now
I would
that you
love.
said that, Rick, you know what's going to happen. Josh
He's
Rosen
coming. I know.
back to the Bucs.
Yeah. Julian Edelman's coming. Josh Rosen's coming. It's it's all gonna happen. It's all gonna happen. You gotta go, Harry.
I've been summoned to the principal's office.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, Harry, tell everybody where to find you.
Right back here in 10 minutes. I'm kidding. I might come back on if I'm welcome. Wednesday night, the Over and Under with Harry the Greek. I would be your host. My co-host is Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Rick Hughes might even be making an appearance on this week's show. And, of course, Johnny Dean and everybody else. Can't wait to see you guys 9 o'clock.
All right, man.
Adios, amigo.
All right. Have a great one.
Adios.
All right. Awesome. Harry the Greek. Yeah, that's a very good show, by the way, guys. That's
How about Marshawn Lynch?
Don't yell at Teresa.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Rick.
Don't yell at Teresa. She was making a joke.
He even said he's out of shape.
No, it doesn't matter. I know his name.
He's sitting on his couch eating Cheetos.
People don't care.
Richard Sherman, too.
So what? He's out of shape. So what? He's out of shape. Both his legs work. You don't even have to have that.
It was only a joke, guys.
Yeah, you can have a knee that doesn't work and they still think you're coming. I mean, you realize at this point, think about this. Larry Fitzgerald, Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson. I'm trying to go through all the names who've been connected.
Sheldon Richardson.
Sheldon Richardson's still a possibility, I think. But that's it.
That would be, let me say this. He is the only one that if he did come here, I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay.
That would be a big deal.
He's got tread on the tires still. He's got a couple of years yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would be happy if Sheldon Richardson came here. I would be happy if Larry Fitzgerald came here.
Yeah, well, maybe situation. So that's still up in the air.
Matt, are you whispering?
No,
What?
I'm not whispering.
Whispering? Is. What'd you say? No. I thought. What'd you say, Johnny? And now for our English-speaking friends. Okay, so what's the mark on this? 103. Okay, I'll make sure I cut that out and bring it around. That was great.
I've never seen you speechless.
Sorry. What did you say?
Matt's volume went way down. I was like,
oh, it didn't go down for me. I thought you were saying was Mike was sitting like this, and I thought you were saying, Mike, are you listening? Yeah, that's what I thought you said, and then I said, no, wait, he said something to Matt. What?
Oh yeah, I got a mark.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll make sure I get it. An hour and 3 minutes in. But yeah, anyway. All right, guys, let's have some fun here. You know what it's time for?
The memes.
It's time for the meme grinder.
Let's go.
All right, so for those who don't know, the meme grinder can be funny. The meme grinder can be serious. It can be poignant. It can be just about anything. Whatever memes strike my fancy. Football related, not football related. It could be anything. Whatever memes over the last several days that I've enjoyed, we bring up here. Cam Newton signs extension. Edelman, I'ma head out.
Okay, that don't count, I guess.
If Marshall Faulk can make the Hall of Fame with 6,875 yards and 36 touchdown catches, then so can Edelman. Of course, one's a wide receiver and one's a running back, but that's beside the point. Did you know? This is amazing. Josh Allen has more rushing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson and Mike Vick in his first 3 seasons.
I had no clue. But that Josh Allen he's going to be somebody. I've got my eye on him.
Look at that.
He's
25.
been in the league 3 years, man. You just now noticing.
Well, last year he sucked. 2 years ago, he sucked.
Not
So
last year, the year before.
right, 2 years ago, right. But 25 touchdowns and Mike Vick only had 10. Think about that. Mike Vick only had 10 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons.
And he had 4,000 yards.
he just always fell down at the 1. Okay, Zach Wilson looks like the actor who would play Zach Wilson in a Disney movie about Zach Wilson.
He does. He's got that pure Disney look, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And a stupid look, too.
I was going to say, he looks like he's going...
Pro ball?
So you're saying Goofy could be a stand-in?
Yes. Okay. Here you go.
Oh,
Drew Lock is doing a lot of work with Peyton Manning this offseason. Drew Lock before working with Peyton Manning, Drew Lock after working with Peyton Manning. That's the Peyton Manning forehead. Okay, here we go. Bro, $500 if you fight the biggest dude in the bar. Bet you're on. Then he sees Aaron Donald walking across the room.
Oh my God.
Oops. Yeah, oops.
Aaron Donald's a whole lot of man too.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, there's Johnny. Albert Einstein. Okay, anything plus Tom Brady equals a Lombardi trophy. That's math. Okay.
Okay.
That is the theory of relativity. That is anything plus relativity equals Lombardi. O.J. Simpson. Okay, this is O.J. Simpson put this on Twitter. I am convinced that Carol Baskin murdered her husband. Philip Lewis replied with, finally, an expert has weighed in.
Oh, wow. I can't believe he even did that.
That was beautiful.
Wow.
What a comeback. That was beautiful. Okay. I judge how safe an area is by the number of lit letters on the Waffle House sign. Which is actually a pretty darn good way to do it.
They were in premium spaces 40 years ago.
Yep. Is it just me, or does Ariana Grande sound like a Taco Bell combo?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's you can get one with an empanada, but anyway. All right. And then Satan said, "Put the alphabet in math."
Oh.
Sorry, anybody who hates. I hated algebra. Hated algebra.
I was that guy that said, "I'll never need this in my life," and then I go and I start doing heavy equipment work, and I have to use it in my life.
I was the guy who said, "I'm never going to use this in my life," and I haven't.
I made my kids learn the lesson of algebra by doing some landscaping and having them figure out how many square yards they need to mulch and what.
Yeah.
Yield and tonnage,
But to me, it's funny. Remember those questions? If you leave a train station at this time, going this fast, and Grandma leaves the station going this fast, where will you meet? Or whatever. And it's
nowhere, because Grandma's going to run into the IHOP.
And you know what my thought is? My thought is, you know what? Why are we meeting halfway on the train? And can't you just call her on the phone, on the cell phone? And see, that's kids now. It's like, I mean, why do you need this? It's like cursive, If grandma leaves the station at this point and you leave the station at this point, where do you meet? I don't know. Whenever grandma says, "Hey, here's where I'm at," okay, and you just keep following.
Good question. Okay.
What? Go ahead.
Who here actually writes their name out when they're supposed to sign it? Who actually writes their name out in cursive?
In cursive?
Scratches that crap.
Oh no, I don't. I've got scribbles. I have an R and an H, but the rest of it is scribbles.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah,
I got most of my last name. Half of it's gone.
Yeah,
the SON goes away.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, they made Paul McCartney, Elton John, and Ringo Starr knights. What's the point if they're not going to joust? If they jousted, I would absolutely be there to watch. You want
I don't think anyone
listen?
can get on the horse.
Listen, imagine that pay-per-view.
Oh my God!
What makes you knight-worthy?
What hairpiece would Elton wear?
Yeah, I don't know. What does make you knight-worthy? That's a good question. And great. Now they put "Sir" in front of your name. I don't know.
Sir,
I mean,
Get land and
I think
title.
you get to be a knight if you ever got arrested for drug paraphernalia in the 60s.
if you what?
If you ever got arrested for drug paraphernalia in the 60s, you can become a knight now.
Yeah.
Because they gave one to Elton, they gave one to Paul McCartney. He did a concert in Kamchatka or something for dope.
It's not true because I've been arrested for drug paraphernalia in the 60s and I am not a knight.
Oh, then you should be. That's what he's saying.
should,
He's saying you should be. So that's it. From now on, hold on. From now on, it's official.
Sir.
You are Sir Miscreant.
Sir, dude.
No, you are Sir Miscreant. You are Sir Miscreant. I love that. Yeah. All right. That's it. That is it. That's awesome.
An animated filter with a little crown that you could stick on
Yeah.
the tip.
So that, everybody, that is the meme grinder.
I got to
All right, guys.
about that graphic real quick, Rick.
Yeah.
Every time you play it, I hear the dude doing his Macho Man, the meme grinder. Every time I see that, that's what I hear in my head.
We'll have to get him to record that. Right now, I'm going to go to commercial. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds. All right?
I
All right, guys. We are back. So let's see here. Christopher Cole says, I've got a signature stamp that I use. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool. Now, all of you guys in the all you miscreants there, Nick Orlando. We got a couple of new guys. BVev is there. How you doing, BVev? What'd you have for dinner, BVev? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Old school.
Yeah, I like BVev. I'm glad BVev's around. Listen, I've noticed this, and well, no, this is a little. This is noticing something that's different with the Bucs. Okay, that from any other team that I've seen win the Super Bowl, and I want to know why. All right, because we can't just pin this on Tom Brady because it didn't happen in New England. What is it? What is it about this this Buccaneers team that the players are staying around? Why? And now I'm trying to be realistic about it. Okay, now let's not just pump out whatever feels good to say. Let's stop for a second, take a beat, take a breath, and ask yourself why. This team all came back for less money. in many, many, many cases, restructured, reorganized their contracts, did whatever to try to go for 2. Every year a team wins the Super Bowl. Why is it that this team hung together? What makes this team? And you can't say Tom Brady.
No.
You can't do that because it didn't happen in New England. So
I think it has to do with Arians and
It's a simple answer.
I think Arians and Jason have sold them on an idea. Unofficially, I think they want to go for a dynasty, and then Arians will retire. So they're going to try to go for 3. And to get them to sign 22 players back, they must believe that. I don't know how else do you give it to them? They're going to get incentives from.
But other teams? Why are they not willing to go for a dynasty? Mike? What were you about to say?
It's who wants to be with a winner. You want to be on a winner, don't you?
But why? What is different? It's not like the other guys in other years on other teams don't want to be with a winner. Johnny?
It's take it right straight out of the players' mouths themselves. It's the culture. They've all said it. They've all said it's great to be in that locker room, and I believe that. There's a lot of times you hear that and it's just talk,
right?
You know what I mean?
So is it just a special mix because you've got players like Evans and Godwin who are not selfish?
Evans, Godwin,
David.
Yeah, because they're not special. There's nobody really seriously. If you had to look at this team, and I've got a guy in mind, but if you had to look at this team and say who is the most selfish of everybody on the out of the starters, who would you say it is?
The guy who's not signed back yet.
Okay, but all right, I'm talking out of the 22.
Godwin.
Most selfish? I haven't seen anything selfish about him.
Yeah, I don't think there is any.
Fournette, probably.
That's who I think it is, Johnny. You pulled the guy that I think and even that, he came back. Remember the whole thing about how he's got to be the bell cow, he wants to be the bell cow somewhere? He came back.
Maybe he got the information that he isn't going to be a bell cow anywhere.
Maybe he got the information that he will be the bell cow here.
His history in Jacksonville.
I think Johnny just went exactly what I think is the truth. Johnny just went exactly, but then they brought in Giovanni Bernard. So I think they said you're going to have the opportunity to be the bell cow. But I am amazed at. This team is so selfless. I remember before last year. I talked about this before last year. Okay, before the season started. The thing that I remember about Mike Evans was sitting in the locker room a few years ago. They were interviewing him after the game, and he was so dejected after a loss. And they said, "How does it feel? How do you feel?" And he said, "I'm just sick for these guys." He said, "I want to," and he's looking around the room, around the locker room, and he goes, "I want these guys to know what it feels like to win. I want to see that look on their faces." That is not a normal wide receiver.
No, he's not. He's not T.O., is he?
No, it's not just T.O., man.
That's what I'm talking about. The whole culture of this team. All right, a few years back, Greg Schiano came in here, and this team was full of divas. You had LeGarrette Blount, you had what's his name, Aqib Talib, and Kellen Winslow Jr. and those guys. It was a mess. That locker room was a mess.
Right.
And the smartest thing the Bucs organization did was get rid of those guys. They brought in Schiano basically just to be the bad guy, kick everybody, get out the door, get out the door. And ever since then, we've seen the character of the players that's been drafted, and it's accumulated. And then when Bruce Arians got here, he brought a culture change into the locker room. Yeah. Not just character, but he brought a complete culture change. And then you top that off with Brady and the characters that they added to it with Sue. Believe it or not, I believe Sue is a huge part of that culture change.
And
you get rid of the jokesters like Winston and G-Mac and stuff, and who are dancing on the sidelines during the losses.
Right.
And you bring people in who are serious about their job, and that's changed this culture completely.
Well, that to me, I think you're onto something there, Johnny. I think that the leaders, when you look at the leaders previously, like McCoy and Winston. To me, there's a lack of, now I love this phrase, okay? Do you guys know on a boat, do you guys know what ballast is?
Yes.
Ballast is the weight, right? A boat has to have the right amount of ballast. If it's too heavy, what happens?
You sink.
If it's too light, what happens?
You float.
It gets tossed around everywhere.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it gets tossed around by the waves, and you don't have
Either way,
the
it's safe.
ability, right, to navigate through the waves and through any rough seas or anything. So the thing is this: those guys, Winston and Gerald McCoy, lack a certain kind of ballast, to where when times are good, they don't know how to navigate it. Like Winston eating the W after that win,
Oh.
right? He doesn't know how to handle those kinds of times. And during losses, he didn't know how to handle that and change and improve and do the things that were necessary and lead everybody to the next level. And it was the same thing with McCoy. And I think that's the thing that I see out of both of those guys is I see a lack of ballast. I see a lack of that steady control, navigate through everything. Now I'm about to give Donovan Smith some major love here. All right. Donovan Smith has gotten so much hate from this fan base. Donovan Smith has gotten so much hate from this fan base. Do you ever hear him complain about it? Do you ever hear him talk about it? Do you ever hear him whine about the fact that he's hated? Do you ever hear do you ever hear him saying anything about it at all? Not a frickin' peep. He shows up, he does his job, he improved, he did exactly what you want. Okay? That's the kind of ballast. Versus McCoy or Winston, who are saying, I'm balling, check your sheet, or I should be in the Ring of Honor. How dare the Bucs give away 93? That's disrespectful. Like he thought his jersey was going to be retired.
Or dancing on the sidelines during a loss.
Right. There is to me.
Zeta would have planted his butt.
Right. Well, to me, that's what's different. Is when you look at this organization, the guy is not necessarily. I mean, the difference. I'm going to say it again. It's not Tom Brady, because this didn't happen in New England. People left every year. Remember the turnover. Okay.
They didn't like Belichick.
So you guys ready? I think the difference is Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They are the leaders of this team before Brady, who established a culture. Levante David. Those are the guys who established the culture prior to Brady. And you know what? Those are the guys who established a culture and basically built a team and built a culture despite Winston being there. Because that went all kinds of different directions. But those guys just kept steady. Didn't complain, didn't gripe, didn't moan, didn't get caught up in the drama. When Winston's eating W's and jumping around on the sidelines, doing his little thing, and just all that crap that Winston did, and all the yapping and talking and everything. I mean, oh my God, I'm remembering the freaking press conferences. I've just got to be better. I've just got to be better. I've just got to stop throwing interceptions. I've just got to be better. I got to make better decisions.
You say it over and over and over.
What is 16 times 5?
90.
Okay, 90 press conferences with Winston as a Buccaneer. 90 frickin' press conferences. We heard that crap. And
Yeah,
Mike Evans just performed the whole time.
Yep.
Let me bring in the miscreant in charge. Hold on. How you doing, brother?
Dude. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm very proud of Johnny Dean for being.
Me too.
But look at that! Look at that spelt man.
Yeah, man, you look good.
I can give my sister back for you if you
You
want.
do look good. I will just say that your head is smaller than Jacob Charnow's on his show. I'm going to do this next time, Johnny. Live from.
Yeah. Let's do a Johnny Dean close-up. Come on, buddy, get close to the camera. Let me see that beautiful face.
Come on, bring that mug up here.
I can't get that close
up
to it.
here.
I
Okay.
can only get so close.
So what's up, dude? What'd you have for dinner?
Oh man, let me tell you, man. Pork loin with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Loin?
Yeah, pork loin.
Nice.
It was delicious.
Pork, the one you love.
Was it freshly porked?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put it was delicious, nutritious, and quick and simple.
Nice.
But now I'm heating up some chicken wings because why not have a snack at 10 o'clock at night, right?
I can hardly hear him.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing him too.
Yeah, dude, you're real quiet.
There's not much I can do about that, guys. Can you hear me any better now?
Yes.
No.
Nope.
It says Cam and Mike. Let me see what happens here. Nope, that didn't work.
I can hear you okay. Can you guys in chat? Can you guys hear him in chat? Somebody let us know if you can hear him.
Let me know if you can hear.
Anyone? Anyone? That's good talk, guys. Thanks for coming through for me.
I'll go ahead and jump off and get a better connection, but let me give a shout out to Johnny B of 1025 The Bone. I'm not sure if he mentioned it, but we got some neat stuff coming up involving him. Stay tuned to BucsReport.com and Bucs Report social media. Also, Joshua Cole Allen and some of the boys behind the scenes, we will be relaunching a new Instagram account, and Bucs Report's about to be on TikTok. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. Go to Bucs Report Gear, or what's the website? Bucs Report.
BucsReportGear.shop.
And get your gear. We appreciate the support. Pound that like button, hit the share button, drop us a comment, tell a friend. Before I jump off here, if I don't get a better connection, let me tell everybody, each and every one of you here and watching and in the comment section, if you have a second, tell someone you care about them, tell them you love them, be there to support them, and we're looking at a repeat Super Bowl championship, guys. Great show as always. Shout out to everybody behind the scenes, and for all you people on Twitter and YouTube, kiss my. Okay, never mind. All right, I'll be back.
I really
Sydney Hughes, by the way, Sydney said I can hear him, and no, that's not. Sydney's not related to me, but as far as I know, Sydney's not related to me.
Yeah, they're 50-50 on it, so I guess
Yeah.
it's like us.
Yeah, because I could hear him
I gotta
okay.
know something about this
Yes.
TikTok thing, and maybe you can't. If you can't explain it, maybe the dude will come back explain that. How does that work? I thought TikTok was only 30-second videos.
You know what? I am not a TikTok expert to sit here and tell you that. I think
They're short shots.
Yeah,
And
I
they
don't
don't
know. It's
stay up.
basically, here's the thing. Imagine a very, very brief Rick rant.
Very brief.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
And it doesn't stay up like
Go off for 30 seconds and then you're done. That's kind of what it is. It's short attention span theater. That's what it is. So yeah, you come on.
Today video.
Yeah, you come on. You say something quick and then you're done. I mean, it's basically like Twitter on video.
I want to see you make an opener for a TikTok video. By the time the opener's played, it's over.
It would just be, all you would see is the fuse instead of the whole burning thing. You'd just see the fuse go in and and then it'd go off. You see me go off for a few seconds. It would be easy to that part would be easy to do. That would be fun, I think. But I don't know. I think
You guys hear my cat?
Nope.
Good.
Yep.
No love. You guys hear my cat?
Yep.
What are you doing to your cat that we would hear him?
Don't ask.
He was sitting up here
Don't
trying
ask.
to get some attention.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to run him off, and she's not.
Well, listen. She knows she knows the foul mouth producer is sitting right here. Maybe she's trying to get a little bit of love from the foul mouth producer. So
What you drinking, Mike?
I'm drinking Pepsi Throwback.
oh,
Super
okay.
sweet. They got
Yeah,
one
it's like the original. Yep. I am here you go. I'm going to get in all kinds of trouble from all the Atlanta folk. I am a Pepsi guy more than a Coke guy. I admit
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah, I admit it. By the way, Hey, Andrew Faubert. I put the link in there for you, brother. Come on, if you're in the mood, come on.
I sent it
But-
to him in Messenger.
Yeah, yeah. But no, seriously, what I was talking about with McCoy and what I was talking about with my entire thought process about Winston and McCoy is this, and the difference with this team, and why I think Mike Evans, the more time goes by, the more I realize how important that guy is to this team, is I think he set the winning culture despite a quarterback. Now, I want you guys to think about this. How hard is it for a wide receiver to establish that kind of culture? That's difficult. That's brutal. That's tough.
How many wide receivers do you even see trying to set that kind of course?
Right. That's what I'm trying to bring up. That's exactly right, Johnny. And that's what I guess over the last several days, as I've really tried to understand this team and come to an yeah, I definitely heard that, Matt. But as I've but
God.
when you get to a point of realizing that this team is different and there's something different about this team, and most of these guys were here before. As much as Brady and Gronk are here now, most of these guys were here prior. There's something special about this team. There's something special about this group of guys that they were willing to come back and sign for less. And even I even think Fournette, who probably had some who probably had some folks, for lack of a better way to put it, sniffing around the goods.
It smells really good.
While the other teams were sniffing his goods, trying seeing if he's interested. I think there's a part of him that looked and said, I remember what it was like being in Jacksonville.
Right.
And this was more fun, and I like these people, and these people like me, and I mean that's a cool thing. Have you guys ever worked at a job or been somewhere where it's just like, wow, everything's just clicking, everything's right? Or if you played on sports, you know how there's just a special team, a special group of guys, and then this just feels like lightning struck in Tampa. I mean, it really does feel like that.
About
really wanted
Levante
to
David
stick
as a
around for a while.
What'd you say, Mike?
about Levante David as a leader or a coach.
No, I agree. I said that. I said Mike Evans and Levante David, I think, are the guys that actually established the culture.
They
really
got rid of Vernon Hargraves because of his attitude.
and they got and who else did they get rid of? Quan Alexander.
Oh yeah.
And GMAC.
Yeah. So
and like you said, GMAC ran out of here, and as soon as he got a contract, he was all in love with somewhere else. And now
yeah, he was in Carolina running around with his arms spread out like an airplane, running into the stadium saying, I'm home, I'm home, I'm home. Yeah.
So now he's all trying to be nice again. I don't think the Glazers should ever consider him as Hall Ring of Hall.
I don't think it's happening. I don't even think it's close.
Debatable.
Yeah, I don't even think that. Let me put it this way: there's more of a discussion amongst us than there ever will be in the offices there. There's no way. There's no way.
All right, here's a way to put that to rest, man. Look at the players that have been on the Bucs team that aren't in the Ring of Honor yet, and where does GMAC stand against them?
He's not anywhere close to Ricky Bell or James Wilder. And both of them are sitting on the sidelines. Hardy Nixon.
There's the guy. That's the guy I want to see get in there.
Yeah.
Hardy should be in there real soon, I think.
Yeah.
He should have already been there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the guy I think should be there.
Oh, you say he should have been already in there. Who are you taking off the Ring of Honor to put him in his place? I mean, everybody that's on the Ring of Honor deserves to be there right now.
No, I understand that, but I think Hardy should be there now.
I was talking to Matt when he said he should have already been in there.
Well, they didn't bring anybody in last year. They didn't bring anybody in last year, Johnny. So, I mean, they could have done that. What were you about to say, Mike?
I don't think the Bucs salute their former players enough, like their players from the past.
Pre-Glazer one.
I actually agree with that. I actually agree that it feels like the guys who are gone are kind of gone. I mean, I want to see more from that Super Bowl team, that first Super Bowl team. I want to see more. I want to see those guys together more on the field in some sort of, some sort of tribute.
Top 50 players.
Why is it that they're not bringing the remaining players? And can you imagine Johnny? I know what's about to happen to Johnny. Johnny's about to get a little bit excited. We may have to leave him alone. Grab some tissues, Johnny, because can you imagine a show if we could? And this isn't going to happen, but Johnny, think about this. What if one night we could get some of the players from that, either the first season or from their first win, players from that. Like, what if we could get Gary Huff and a panel of people from then to talk about that time?
I believe Gary's passed on, hasn't he?
No.
Is he still out there?
Yeah. Unless it happened in the last year, because I used to talk to him all the time on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Kevin House and
yeah. Can you imagine?
I love that, man.
How amazing would a panel be like that? Or if the Bucs did a video where they just brought them all in and did like a retrospective on that time.
They have some kind of disdain towards the Cobra House era. They just won't. They don't look in it when they're looking.
They did. I think the last time I saw them bring all these old guys back onto the field was in. I think Josh Freeman was the quarterback at the time.
Yeah.
And they did. They did do that, and they'd done that previously, and then they just stopped.
Well, if they ever get a throwback game again, that would be the perfect time. And I also think what they ought to do, if they ever have a throwback game again in the Creamsicles, is turn their website orange for a week.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah. What's that?
And play the Saints to get their first
Yeah, and play the Saints. Do it against the Saints. I'd be all about that. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. You know what? You know how we were talking about a way to embarrass how Sean Payton does that stuff? That'd be the way to return the favor. Put the creamsicles back on because it was our first victory and play the Saints. That would be awesome. Just to poke at them and go, yeah, it was you guys. Remember that. Yeah, just to that would be
win that game for sure.
Oh yeah, but can you imagine Brady? Can you imagine? I mean, that's exactly why you have Tom Brady is for a moment like that, because that's when Brady
and have Gary in the stands in a VIP, standing.
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's any way I can get a hold of him, and maybe I'd bring him on. Let me ask you guys in chat, and I know most of you guys, probably all of you guys, were not around long enough to be around during the Bucs' first victory ever, but how would you guys feel if I could get the quarterback from the first victory ever on here? Is that a show you'd be interested in, or is that just old? Is that old and boring?
No.
Okay. What about you guys in chat? Right.
I
want to know from you guys in chat. Nobody's saying anything out there. It's quiet tonight. It's quiet. Do it. You like that idea, Teresa? Well, if Teresa says so.
I think the next Ring of Honor for the Bucs?
Well, yeah, we were just talking. That's sort of where we're talking. I hope it's Hardy Nickerson.
What, Eric Rett?
I think Wilder. Ray Kennedy did the article on James Wilder and why not, and I posted that all over the Facebook, and it's getting more hits than anything I've ever put out there. I mean, and most of the people are in the same kind of mindset that I am, that it's long overdue. It just doesn't make any sense.
I'm okay. I'm
gonna say this. I gotta say this. Wait a minute, Matt. Are you getting the bug, dude? You said you put that out there and it's getting more hits. Oh my God. You're getting the bug, man.
Welcome to the world we live in, brother.
I did about 3 days of that and then I kind of got over it, but I'm still getting hitbacks from it.
How about Jimmy Giles?
Jimmy Giles is up there, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, Jimmy Giles is already there. I was at that game that he got inducted.
Were you?
Yeah. But no, so my question, okay, so all right. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and I'm probably gonna get myself in all kinds of trouble here. And I'm sorry to everybody in chat who's about to get mad at me. I'm not sure.
You said that a lot, but I've never seen you get in trouble yet.
Well, I'm not sure Wilder should be in the Ring of Honor.
Okay, now you might be in trouble.
I know.
Now you might be in trouble.
I know. Listen. I love the guy. I've got fond memories, but it's only from like 2 or 3 years. Okay. And there's 4 years, but no, because he wasn't good all 4 of them.
No, he had 4,000-yard seasons, dude.
Okay. 1,000 yards, not rushing total. You're talking. Right. So.
Well, that's what Wilder was. He's the guy. He was one of the first.
I understand that.
To be the dual threat.
The all-purpose yards. No, I understand that. But guys, there are so many players like Hardy Nickerson who were there for longer that deserve more, that deserve it before him. That there are guys that I think should be there. Simeon's not in there, right? There's still guys from that Super Bowl team that should be in there that are not there before Wilder. And it's not saying that I don't like Wilder. It's saying because I have great memories of James Wilder for a very brief period of time.
I'll debate that on timeline alone because the longer you go without putting him in there, the fewer chances are that he will get in. And he does deserve to be on that Ring of Honor. He invigorated this team when it needed invigorated at a time. And if you keep putting the 2002 Super Bowl team in there before them, then that whole era is forgotten.
And that's what a lot of people say. Anything in creamsicle sucks, and we don't want to be reminded.
Well, but the thing is,
all suck. There was great moments with the creamsicle, dude.
You can't.
There were great moments, and there were happy moments with that team, though.
Yes.
What'd you say, Mike? What'd you say, Matt?
There are people that don't realize that we went to the playoffs in creamsicle.
Listen.
That is a fact.
Yes, that is a fact, but we did not go often, okay? I was at the first playoff game ever. I was at that Philadelphia game, the first playoff game ever. I was there, and
but we did it quicker than they anticipated, and we had a brief period there with Doug Williams where we got there 3 years in a row, I think it was. And then
I don't think they made the playoffs 3 years in a row.
They got, I can look it up. I know that they got the one in 79.
Yeah,
80,
right.
81, I think.
No, I think it was 79, 80, and maybe 82. I think there may have been a year in the middle of that.
Okay, so 3 out of 4 years. How many teams would love that? So if you stop it right there, and then they go in a negotiation with Doug Williams and tell him to hit the bricks, watch what happened next.
Right.
And that's where the lull came in. That's where the downside went. But for the first 7 years that we were a franchise, we went to the playoffs half the time.
Well, for 20 years, the Bucs are on the record for the number one team, the first team to ever go from worst to first in a certain amount of time.
But let's be very, 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 very clear. Let's not turn our thinking upside down. They had the worst record of any North American professional franchise. They had the worst record.
Special.
For years after. And I agree with you. And I'm going to go back and I'll say again what I said earlier. I believe wholeheartedly that the reason this is so special, and I believe that this is part of the answer to what I was talking about why did everybody come back, is because if you look at these guys, other than Brady and Gronk, look at the rest of all of them. They all know what it's like to lose. That's what's different. New England, they didn't know what it's like to lose. Those players didn't know what it was like to lose. So you just go grab your money and leave and go to a different team because why not? You didn't know how bad it is, what it feels like. You didn't know the demoralized feeling that you end up with and the embarrassment. You didn't understand all of that. This team already understands all of that. So now they're looking at it and going, I'm not going back. No way am I going back. No. And they appreciate what they have more. That's why I think they're back. That's why I think this team is back. Not that they want to be with a winner. It's that, man, they don't want to be with a loser again. They know it. They've been there.
The Bucs have been to the playoffs 19 times in their history.
What's that?
The Bucs have been in the playoffs 19 times in their
19 years or 19 games?
19 years.
Really?
And they're 10-9.
No, so that's games. That's not years.
Sorry, games, yeah.
Right, because I'm like, that doesn't sound right, because that would put them almost half of the years that they've existed, and I'm like, no, that's not right. No, they played multiple games in several of these years.
Yeah, that's
at
one
least
thing
3 or
you say
4.
about the Bucs, man. When we're good, we're really good. And when we're bad, we're really bad.
Yeah, when they go to the playoffs, they usually like make it to the championship game at least.
It's 50-50 almost.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that happens. I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody from that
There are a lot of
76
teams that
team.
appreciate that.
Yeah, there are a lot of Detroit would kill for it.
What if you're Detroit and they're sitting there talking about having 15 or
Yeah.
50% win percentage in the playoffs? Detroit
Yeah.
hasn't been there that many times.
No,
There's other
you're
teams.
right. The Bucs probably have more playoff games than the Lions. That's since '76. You're probably right. That's
So
that's mortifying.
all those
That
young
is-
kids out there that got on the bus during the Warren Sapp years don't know what the heck they're talking about when their dad was watching. And that's the thing
Right.
that kind of irritates me. I know we're going to get old and die and nobody's going to care, but we went through the part where
There's an
growing up and learning
approach.
how to be a team. Well, think
Well,
about
but
it.
I just wanna get 7 Super Bowls before I die, so I can tell Pittsburgh Steelers fans to kiss it. Okay, look,
Not
guys.
that, not that you're not asking for much. Holy cow, man! I just want
Hey,
7.
we did get our first playoff win,
Johnny,
before within a 45-year period, unlike the Steelers did.
Johnny, brother, we're old. Okay, here's what I'm hoping. I hope I get to see 5 more Super Bowls. Forget the wins.
I would
I
like
want to see 5 more minutes.
What'd you say, Mike?
I want to see 5 more minutes, let alone.
I'm like, man, at the way, yeah. Holy cow,
I just want
man.
to get through this year.
Yeah, that's my point. You want 5 more Super Bowls? Holy cow, man! That's a massive.
I kind of envy you 3 guys because, like, you guys talk about all the old players of Buccaneer past.
Yeah.
Me
Don't
living-
envy it. Don't envy it.
I know, and me living in the Great North, I don't get a lot of Bucs coverage.
Yeah.
In that day, so
Yeah.
it's kind of nice to hear you guys talk about.
Yeah. Well, you don't really want to envy it. I can tell you this: the stadium sucked. I mean, can you remember the rainstorms where it looked like a waterfall? I mean, where you just saw water cascading down, sitting on those metal bleachers, and what's that?
That's good though. That's part of their lore.
It is part of their lore. Thank God, it's
Honestly,
part of their history.
Honestly, I like the rainstorms that would blow in off the sea breeze and stuff because they'd cool you off for a few minutes.
Oh, it had to rain for long enough, which was rare because what would happen is they'd come in, you'd get this little shower, everything would get wet, and then the sun would come back out, and you'd be sitting there in the middle of this sauna.
Yeah, you can literally
like
see
a
the
baking
steam
potato.
coming off the grass.
Yeah.
But it was always better than the Met in Minnesota. I mean, those guys.
I don't know,
put
man.
a
I don't
smell.
know. Let me tell you, I've been on that field, and I've told you guys the story. I'm not going to recall it again, but that's why I'm here with you. Is how bad that was and how awful that was.
You had
would
to have
you
seen it.
rather-
I've seen so many ambulances taking people out with heat stroke and stuff
Yeah,
like that. stadium.
yeah. It was.
So
Oh
many.
my God,
Beer
that was
doesn't
just.
I
was just
sat
brutal.
through a playoff game in Canada and minus 29 outside.
Wow. Well, this is Mike. If you can imagine, concrete and metal, and the stadium was not pitched very high. It was not very. It wasn't at much of a pitch, so it was flatter. So it just soaked up all of that heat. The sun just baking on it, and you just sat there in this 95-degree middle of August. Just oh my God, it was awful. And
But it was great for bikini tops.
yeah,
You had the benefit of bikini tops
So-
and hot pants.
so that part was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying.
The backs of your legs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave here, but I remember being a 14-year-old boy going to the games and looking at those cheerleaders and oh man, I remember sitting there looking at the girls in the stands And oh my gosh. Yeah. I remember those days.
Did your part of your anatomy grow?
Yeah, I remember those days. Wow.
They used to have a Mile High Club in the stadium up in the northwest end zone.
Did they really?
And yes, they did.
Wow.
And wow.
Mile High Club in the stadium.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
We didn't care so much about what the neighbors were doing.
You can't get away with that no more, man.
Yeah, no joke.
No,
You'd be on the jumbotron.
Yeah.
Whatever we're doing was none of my business. Now,
Yeah.
Now we worry about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Am I the only one that can't hear Matt worth a
No,
crap?
he's cutting out right now. I don't know what just happened. But that's okay. Here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down for tonight because we're back tomorrow night live in the cheap seats, live from the cheap seats. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for coming by. Miscreants, you guys rock. I mean that. You guys, especially the three of you here tonight, amazing. And the usual suspects. You guys need to know how much you guys mean to me. I really appreciate it. And and especially on those Monday and Friday shows. Thank you. Guys, thanks a ton. You guys gonna all be back tomorrow?
More than likely.
Okay. Awesome. Mike? All right. And Matt, you'll be back tomorrow?
He's holding his thumb up.
Yes.
No, Mike. Okay, there we go, Matt. Thank you. All right, you guys have a great night.
Later, guys.
All right. So, yep. All right. Awesome. And now, what I want to talk, I want to finish this out with something called the leftovers. I want to talk to you guys about, as fans, what matters to you. What are the things that are most important? I want you guys to think about this. What matters to you? Is it having fun watching games? Or is it something different? If you've been a Bucs fan for a while, you've been around when it wasn't fun, but you stuck and you stayed there through the bad years. So it's not what matters to you as far as being a fan is fun. Because it wasn't always fun. You can't say loyalty. That's kind of silly. This is not it's a game. Okay? It's a game. But what is it that makes you stick with a team? Why do you stick? I got a theory about it. The theory is you stick with the team because you want the reward at the end of doing the job. You want that feeling that you stuck through it. You want that feeling that it's real, that being the fan is real. Teresa Baxter said camaraderie. I think it's another reason. You hook up with friends. You have a group of people that you're a fan with. And you go through it together. You go through that battle together. The ups, the downs, the cheering, the tears, all of those feelings. That's why you do it. That's why you stick. At least that's what I think you do. Maybe not you, though. That's why I do it. And I want to hear from you. Tell me, why do you guys stick around a team even when it's bad? Even when it's not fun? Because it's just a game, but yeah, you're still there. Why? All right, guys, thanks for stopping by tonight. Great show. Good people, as always. You guys are my friends, and I mean that. Thank you for being here, and everybody, have a great night.